people will say there's two things, love and fear. Well, I actually say that there's one thing, and when you deviate from that source, you're in fear. Because fear will encompass everything. It's a false expectation that's appearing real. You know, and we can feel it, but the biggest part of, the biggest learning that people walk out from a practical sense when they have energy work done with me is to build trust. We talked about that a little bit already, that you need to have some form of trust or courage.
Yeah.
The trust isn't to trust in me. What actually happens, it's a very small window when you walk through that door and you enter into that sacred space, where you are actually trusting that space in the intimate part of it and the divine part of it, until you're given tools so that you can start trusting yourself. By no means, and I will look in the camera, is this a ploy to promote codependency. In fact, I quite run from that. Totally.
Yeah, we've talked about that. It just is one of the, I mean, it's one of the things that I've struggled with, you know, in determining whether or not I'm even going to kind of enter into a coaching practice. And
yes.
all of this is the philosophy that, well, I see so much of traditional consultation out there really sort of positioning itself such that you need me in order to function.
Yes.
And the more you engage with me, the more intertwined with me you become, and more dependent on me you become over time. So that how do you ever become self-sufficient? And to me, sort of the essence of what a real coaching engagement or a consultative engagement should be about is about you know, me enabling you to find your own power so that you are able to tune into your own answers, your own your own sort of direction, so that you don't really need me at all.
That's the freedom.
And that's
the freedom. Yeah. So I mean, when you ask what is freedom weight, it's all of those things. I mean, you come from a corporate background, you come from structure, you come from all of that energy. But that energy was no different than the masculine energy, dysfunctional masculine energy that was funneling through me before I had my so-called breakthrough or breakdown. And from an energetic point, what really happened was it was the release or the stopping of that energy, opening up to more of a divine feminine energy, which is of love and compassion and understanding and gratitude.
So let me just get straight. Are you saying that masculine energy is dysfunctional?
No, I'm saying
men are dysfunctional.
No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that the energy that I had funneling at that time that wasn't allowing me to fully integrate my truth that I have in the last 15 years. The masculine energy is very important to have, but mine was dysfunctional because it wasn't balanced.
It was out of balance.
It was completely out of balance. So I would sit in moments of depression and sit in moments of desperation and sit in feelings of not being worthy and not having anything to contribute and feeling the victim and being the martyr and all of those sorts of things. I wasn't taking the action energy that's associated with the masculine and combining it and integrating it with the feminine, which would show me, no, that I am whole, perfect, and complete. I am a loving being just as you are. I have the compassion and the empathy to understand and also to respect your space, not over mine but with mine. All of those sorts of things. So I didn't have that. And then what actually happened is it swung, and now the point that I am in my world, and which is actually almost in alignment with what's happening in the universe, is that instead of sitting under my tree meditating all day, the challenge now is to take all of that higher truth that we all have. Absolutely every single breathing being in this world has it, and to funnel it into the physical world so that there's a combination and alignment of both, and that's the wholeness.
So it's achieving the balance and then living it.
Yes.
Because without the living it or the experiencing it, what's the point?
Well, exactly, and it's the expression, the healthy expression of it, and to be okay with that expression, even if the world right now is dictating that you're crazy. I mean, I joke that I'm a crazy woman. I know I'm not crazy. Actually, I'm quite real. And my craziness is that I'm actually so real in a world that really may or may not be open to this kind of truth yet. But maybe it is, otherwise I wouldn't be.